So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video on camera edition. Go ahead and cue that theme song. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Say Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Say Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Say Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Hey, grab a snack. Bring it back. Hey, grab a snack. It's Chioma Chats. Hey. Y'all loving that theme song. Thank you guys for tuning in to tonight's video. We're going to be doing a compilation video tonight. Now, before I get to the docket, I have been getting a lot of compliments and a lot of questions about my hair. So first of all, thanks for all the compliments on my hair. I do feel like this is like my favorite style that I've ever done. It was really on a whim. I never really get leave out, but I'm like, if I'm going to do leave out and take a break from like the lace and the wigs and something always covering my head, let me get something that matches with my hair. So I will have details on my hair in an upcoming video, probably in the next like 1 or 2 videos, because I want to edit all my content and put everything together for y'all. But I did get this hair from Amazon. It is a curly flip over quick weave, so I can like part it left and right, kind of do like a free part, but it blends with my natural hair for the most part. I'm gonna show y'all how to blend it as well in my videos, so stay tuned for that. But thanks for all the compliments. So on the docket tonight, we have some really hot, really hot, burning hot, smoldering hot topics. All of these topics have been trending over the last week, and I really did want to get into them. So first we have Yesjulz, who is a cast member on the new Netflix show called Rags to Riches, which I will be reviewing. I just haven't finished it yet. I had to finish Young Famous African, which I'll do a video on that because you guys have been requesting. But Yesjulz caused a lot of controversy because she got into a physical altercation with one of the women on the show. The woman who she got into it with, her name is Kenea Denair. She's not a cast member. However, I believe she is a friend to one of the cast members, and then they got into a physical altercation on the Rags to Riches show. This was all over a statement where Kenea said that Yesjulz is a culture vulture, which I do agree. And Yesjulz didn't take lightly to that, so they really just got into it. So a lot of people have been kind of back and forth whether it was Julz's fault or was it Kenea's fault or who was in the right or wrong. So I do want to give my opinions on that. Moving forward, we have Idibia'S, who is a Nigerian actress and celebrity, and she's also the wife to Nigerian superstar 2Face, also known as 2BABA. If you guys have heard the song, "You Are My African Queen," hey, the girl of my dreams, you take me where I've never been. You make my heart go ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, y'all know I love to like burst out in song, but yes, y'all know that song, whether you're African or not. That is a huge song, probably one of the most popular African songs ever. That song is by 2BABA or 2Face, and Annie is his wife. Annie just appeared on Netflix's show Young Famous and African that just wrapped up its 3rd season. This is a lot of Netflix shows going on right here that's going viral. And unfortunately for Annie, 2Face announced that they are divorcing, and Annie got a lot of backlash this season. Even from me, as I was watching it, I'm like, what is wrong with this woman? Like, oh my gosh, like please, like I was like, what is doing her? What is doing you? But it kind of makes sense that maybe all of this was brewing in the background, and him announcing this divorce was not only very selfish for him to do, knowing that she's going through a lot. There's a lot of talk about her being in rehab, but also the fact that Annie has stuck by 2Face since they were kids, literally since she's been like 11 or 12 years old, and he has cheated on her and had so many outside babies. I mean, I've lost count. It's not just 1 or 2. If somebody can find the answer and let me know, please put it down in the comment section. So I'm going to give my opinions on that divorce. And lastly, a Detroit rapper named Dank Demoss, who is a morbidly obese woman, and I think that's why she has a polarizing nature to her celebrity, is going viral because she is suing Lyft as she tried to enter a Lyft ride and the driver denied her because he said that honestly she couldn't fit in his car. And maybe there's some truth to her not being able to fit in the car, but this whole conversation caused a lot of conversation about whether or not this was fatphobia or whether or not Dank actually has like a real case to pursue Lyft for discrimination over her size. So I thought all of these topics were very compelling. I was really excited because I'm like, these are all trending, but there's a lot of conversation with all 3 topics. So y'all know what to do. Label your comment story number 1, 2, or 3. You can comment on 1 or all. I will try to read all of the comments. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So first up, we're going to talk about Yesjulz on the show Rags to Riches. I will have a review on Rags to Riches, but it's going to come after I do the Young Famous and African, which is going to take me a little bit, but I will try my best. I have to move fast. Y'all be wanting stuff fast. I'm like, oh, Oh, time moves fast. People didn't already drop reviews and I'm sitting here like still watching. But the show is about WAGs, which is wives and girlfriends of sports, or wives and girlfriends of celebrities or stars. That's basically what a WAG is. But it's mainly for the wives and girlfriends of athletes and professional sports. And this is just a show that's supposed to show their lifestyles and just how they support their athletes, the businesses that they're in, maybe just the different things that they have to deal with in their lifestyle that is different to the average woman. I think with dating an athlete, there is a little bit of redaction because this athlete is playing a game, a sport. He's traveling almost every week. His body has to be rehabbed. You know, there's injury, there's family, there's time. It's a lot. So the show's supposed to showcase that. But even though I've only made it to, I think, like episode 4 at the moment, 4 or 5, so far it's really been none of that. It's just been a lot of drama. So the drama with Yesjulz came in when a friend to one of the other co-stars approached Yesjulz at like a bar or club, and they basically were having like a back and forth about culture vulture. So Stony brings her friend Kenea, and Kenea's telling Stony like, I just don't really like her. She's a culture vulture. You know, she's not my cup of tea. And Julz is in the other like booth or section. And then they're like, well, let's just go get her so, you know, y'all could talk this out, which I kind of felt like was a setup because Julz didn't really know what she was walking into. So Julz comes over. She tries to introduce herself. Kenea is like ignoring her, which I did feel like was very rude. And then when they got to talking, everything just went left. Let's check out the clip. So y'all just saw that, and to be very honest, my unpopular opinion is, although I do find Yesjulz very problematic and she's not my cup of tea, I'm gonna get into some of the things that she has said or done prior to this show. I don't think that she was necessarily wrong in this situation other than the things that she said. I think Kenea's plight was actually kind of correct because the background of Yesjulz is very problematic and very culture vulture-y, but also in that moment, in that heat of the moment during their altercation, Yesjulz makes a comment and says, my hair is real.
What just happened? My hair real. What just happened? My hair real.
Which I find very, very disturbing. And I do think that's a microaggressive thing to say to a black woman. I mean, come on now, like it's common sense. And then to question Kenea, asking her, what does she do for black culture? I mean, she literally explained herself and said, I help people find homes. I'm a realtor. I try to take black people and put them in homes, keep families together and that type of thing. So she is doing something for the black community. And to really ask her what she does for the black community as a response to her asking you what you do for the black community, I just feel like Yesjulz overall problematic. In this moment, I do think they picked a fight with her, so I'm not mad at her for defending herself, but overall, Yesjulz is problematic, and I'm going to get into that. In 2017, Yesjulz made a tweet, and she said, so am I allowed to wear this shirt at the festival tomorrow or not? And as you can see on the shirt, it says, Nakers lie a lot. And I had to do my research on her because I was just like, okay, what is her background? Because to me, she looks phenotypically white, and she's casted as technically the only white woman on this cast of the Wags to Riches show. And it says that Juliana Marie Goddard, who was born on March 2nd, 1990, known professionally as Yesjulz, is an American social media personality, talent manager, and entrepreneur. She is of Italian and Puerto Rican descent. She attended the University of South Florida and graduated with a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism, aka she is white. And I don't like when people are trying to say like, well, isn't she Puerto Rican? When did Puerto Ricans get considered black? Puerto Rican is literally a nationality. It can also be a culture, but Puerto Rican is not a race. She's not black, okay? Like, people love to pull and be like, oh, this person is black because they have a little bit of color. This person is black because they have Latin in them. This person is black because of this reason. No, she's not black. She's Italian and Puerto Rican. She's probably a white Latina and a white European. She is a white woman. It's as simple as that. I don't get why that has to be like such a thing. Regardless, her making that tweet back in 2017, asking if she can wear a shirt that says the N-word, very problematic, and people definitely drug her for that. Moving on, I have a set of tweets that Yesjulz has made as well. So she made a tweet and she said, it's guaranteed in any situation I walk in a room with a group of girls, room has men from every ethnicity, black men be straight lining to Julz. Okay, girl, pop it. Then she says, black girls don't like me because black men do. Then she says, hashtag white thoughts. Damn. Why do all these black girls hate me? I've been so nice. Walks out club with light-skinned dude. And let's be real here. She's saying hashtag white thoughts. So she herself sees herself as white. So I don't like when people try to straddle the fence on claiming non-black people as black because you've honestly hate yourself. Like, that's the only way that I can see it. The reason why you would want somebody to be in your club and, hey, come over here to our side and you can be black with us, is because you don't like something about yourself, or you feel that blackness needs to be represented in something that it isn't. That is internal self-hate, and I'm gonna need you to heal for real. Another thing that people found controversial about Yesjulz during the Wags to Riches show is in one of the scenes she's wearing cornrows. And y'all know cultural appropriation and black people in that conversation is just something that's always going to be controversial. But I think there's been enough conversation from like when Kim Kardashian tried to call cornrows boxer braids, and that was like back in the day. There's been enough examples of white women or just non-black women appropriating black culture. They're not reading the room and the spaces that they're in, where they may come off offensive just for doing something that maybe they think is innocent but really isn't. So in one of the clips, she is wearing cornrows, and they do ask her about it, like, you know, you got cornrows. Let's check this out. So I think what the ladies were trying to tell her in that scene is like, you know, you understand the context of why this may be controversial just based off of the things that people say about you. The whole culture vulture and Yesjulz conversation has been a thing. She's been called out with so many other examples that it would take me a while to go through every single one as to why people don't like her and why in the black space she's not accepted and she's not well liked. I mean, it's not just because she's a white woman who's around black men or ties herself to black culture. It's the offensive things that she has done and said that makes her controversial. So all in all, I do think they picked a fight with her in this situation, but I think due to the background and the history that she has had, disrespecting black women, disrespecting black culture, and just doing things that are very cringy and offensive, I understand why she had to get that ass whooped. The whole comment about her having real hair after a fight is actually very interesting because a lot of women of different races, different ethnicities, different nationalities use different hair pieces, wigs, sew-ins, clip-ins, whatever they want to accessorize their hair. And that doesn't make anybody less black because they wear wigs and weaves. But we have said this so many times, Yesjulz, it's offensive. However, since we're on the topic of hair, let's get into today's sponsor, which is RevAir. So hey y'all, this video is sponsored by RevAir. I was super excited to try RevAir because I've been seeing it all over my social media and I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. So when you open up your box, you get a whole bunch of goodies, so many things that can help you with your hair. But here is the main product, which is the stretching drying tool. So let's get into this wash day. I started off with my hair in a ponytail and we're just going to wash my hair as I usually do. I had some leftover leave-in conditioner, so I clarified my hair with shampoo, made sure that I went in with a detangling brush to detangle all my strands. I definitely have 4C hair, but I've learned to take care of my hair over the years, so it is flourishing. I recently did get a trim, so after washing, I'm going to add in some more moisture with my usual leave-in conditioner. And after all of these steps are done, it's time to actually blow dry my hair. RevAir literally means reverse air, and their revolutionary technology harnesses gentle vacuum suction to carefully draw the moisture from your follicles in the actual direction of growth. So instead of breakage, you can smooth, stretch, and dry all in one step. Now, my hair has been through so many different phases, so I was a little skeptical, but y'all, when I tell you, my jaw dropped when I saw my hair stretch, and I was doing this with just low heat. There are different heat and suction settings that you can use based on your hair. So this is my hair just after blow drying with the RevAir, no pressing, anything, and it came out very straight for something that I didn't even have to use heat on. And then this is my hair when I actually went in with my flat iron and pressed it out straight. My hair has definitely been flourishing, and RevAir is definitely going to be something that I use from now on. I decided to add some clip-ins because I was doing a photo shoot, and I used the RevAir to stretch my hair so it can blend. And RevAir is meant for hair types 3 and 4, so when my hair was stretched, it did look perfect with the look I was going for. Here are some pictures from my photo shoot, and I was just, you know, feeling myself. It was a really good product to stretch out my hair with less tension for way less time and a lot less heat, which will keep my hair long, healthy, and flourishing. So if you're looking to check out the RevAir Reverse Air Hair Dryer, use my link down below. It is pinned in the comment section and in the description box, and I promise y'all it is definitely worth the investment. Thank you to RevAir for sponsoring today's video. Now moving on to our next topic, this is about Annie Idibi'a, who is the wife to Two-Face or Tubaba, an African musician. Let me just put some quick house rules. If I get any comments saying like, oh, why don't you talk about African celebrities or African politics or African government, I'm going to block you. And I'm not playing. You're getting blocked. I'm deleting your comment and you're getting blocked. I live in America. I was born and raised in America. I don't have to explain that. A lot of content creators that are on this platform have different heritage. You know, I love to watch my girl Iloho and Lovely T, and we're both Nigerian. I also like to watch my boy Troy's TV and my girl Ivana from the Mademoiselle, and they're both Haitian. Please stop playing with me, okay? For some reason, I don't know if it's like somebody in particular or a group of y'all, but I'm going to delete those comments. I talk about a range of topics, things that deal with Black people here, things that deal with Black people everywhere. And if by chance there's a topic with Nigerian pop culture, I'm going to talk about it like I'm doing right now. So just giving a forewarning. So Annie was just on the show Young, Famous, and African on Netflix, and this season was very hard to watch for Annie. I mean, I'm watching it and I'm just like very much cringing. I couldn't understand why she was so bitter. I couldn't understand why she was so hateful. I couldn't understand why she was so messy. And she's always been kind of messy throughout these seasons, but I kind of felt like it was just the Nigerian in her. Like some of the other ladies, you can tell like they're a little bit more bougie and uppity, but I feel like Annie is like that Nigerian auntie. You know, the one that always has something to say. She'll down talk you but compliment you in the same sentence, and she's a little bit like, you know, what's my own? I'm just always going to pop it, you know? I'm Auntie Annie now. Everybody should bow down for me. Bow down for me. I'm Queen Annie. That's what I took of Annie, and she's always been like that. And like, I'm all for people being themselves, but this season in particular, Annie was particularly hard to watch. And then it comes out that now that the show has come and gone for this season, Annie is getting a divorce. And it's not a divorce that Annie implemented. Her husband, Two-Face, implemented this on her. So he took to his Instagram and he said, "Hello to my beautiful people of all federations. Well, this thing I have to say is short but also long. I and Annie Macaulay have been separated for a while now and currently filed divorce. I would grant a press release soon to say my story, not because it is anyone's right to know about my personal life, but because I love my people and need them to know my innocence or offense. Stay blessed, my people. I love you all." This man, they talk innocence. And it's funny because his real name is Innocent. You are not innocent. I think it is so crazy. And we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I think it's so crazy for him to even announce this divorce publicly because nobody needed to know. Nobody wanted to know. And people were already coming for Annie. I was even on Instagram 2 weeks ago when I was watching the show like, Annie, like you talk a lot of trash. However, your man has stepped out on you and has made so many side babies on you. Your self-esteem is so low that I think it's crazy that you're projecting that onto other women, which is what she did in the show. But now that I'm seeing that behind the scenes she's been separated, and then also that Two-Face is coming out with this divorce and telling us publicly, I really do feel for her. I feel very, very bad because it makes sense as to why she was acting the way how she is. On the show, one of the other cast members, Nadia, was saying like, you know, we're all going through things. Nadia had lost her boyfriend. He had passed away, and Nadia didn't just use that hateful or, you know, sad energy and put it out onto people. So she wasn't that keen to Annie saying like, you know, I'm going through a lot and I'm sorry, I should have never taken it out on you guys. And I did agree with Nadia on that because Annie should have found a way to kind of harbor that energy. However, I think people are just people and people act out differently emotionally, and Annie did her dirt and she did own up to it in the end. However, this man has audacity. This man has gust. He had the gust to come on this internet and write this, knowing what she's going through and all the backlash that she's facing. And after you have stepped out on this woman and she's taken you back so many times. And it's crazy because I feel like there's been this explosion of like people mesmerizing over Nigerian men. Like, oh, I want the Nigerian wedding. And Nigerian men, they take care of their families. They buy you this, they buy you that. Hey, come and see trouble though. Hey. You guys, you know, go see Wahala. This is Wahala here. Nigerian men, I'm not going to put everybody with one brush. A Black American man, a Nigerian man, a Haitian man, whatever. They could all do the same thing. And I really feel like some of it is really just like them being rich and famous in the spotlight. However, how many times have we heard this Nigerian man cheating on their wife and doing this and that and this and that? Didn't I do a video about Davido, who was another Nigerian artist, and he did this to his wife, Chioma? And literally this was after the fact that she had just lost their baby. And not even that she lost like through miscarriage, like the baby passed away by drowning, and Davido was out here putting his pulsing piping penis and other people's pretty pink pulsing piping hot punishing put it on a pedestal pum pums. I cannot make this stuff up. I'm not saying that, you know, avoid Nigerian men like the plague, but sometimes I'm just putting you on. You might have to just know what you're getting yourself into. So then he announces that, and then people were saying that his account got hacked. So then he comes back and says,
yo, my people, man, nobody hacked my account. Let me talk with you. I want to talk. Understand? I come in peace.
Nobody hacked my account. Afrobeat singer Tubaba confirms filing for divorce from TV star Annie Idibia'S after 13 years together. He literally said, my Instagram account has been hacked. Efforts are being carried out to take back control. #OneLove. Well, apparently he never even said that. So there were other people that, you know, are Nigerian celebrities or just in the media, and they were really upset with him doing this because everybody knows, like, it's not a secret that he stepped out on her so many times. So for him to do this was like very bold. Again, audacity. Again, the ghost. Oh, Chineke me. Nothing makes me sick like a man who runs to social media when things go south in his relationship. At official to Baba, disgusting. And then she said, Annie does not walk alone. Then she said, Raz, put on your rain boots and go feel the rain on your skin. You will weather this storm. Make friends with the silence. It will teach you a lot. At Annie Idibia, you are the moment. So then to make matters worse, this man had the audacity, the ghost, the kahunas, just I can't even put the words into to fruition, to step out with another woman after this woman is grieving. If you guys watched the show, Annie talked about how she was very upset, you know, very hurt, pain, because she had a miscarriage with twins, and then it's like her husband cheats on her, and then she's getting a lot of backlash from the show, and then to make matters worse, her husband divorces her. Oh Jesus, can she catch a break? And I didn't really like Annie this season. However, I do have some empathy here. So then this page posts and says, Baba steps out with a new woman amidst separation from Annie Macaulay. If it no longer serves you, come out on time, will make you no lose your mental before them leave you. Wow. So I don't know who this woman is, and I hope she doesn't think she's special, because I mean, he's had so many baby mamas. Like, girl, don't end up being a part of the haram. But he steps out with her, and I'm like, wow, she kind of looks like Annie too, if you guys are looking, and it's crazy. Now, I think the overall message here is that you have to respect yourself as a woman, because you can say that you love this man, you have children with him, you guys have built this empire, you guys are rich, you know, and everybody knows you, you're celebrities, but you have to respect yourself as a woman, because men won't, if they can sniff, smell, hear, taste, embody the fact that you don't respect yourself. This man has been trying Annie for years, and it's so unfortunate that would end up this way. She has been willing to stick by him, defend him, make herself look crazy. All the things that he has done outside of her have been ammunition for people to attack her, including myself. I've been sitting here like, yo, Annie, your man is doing this, how can you act so wicked to other people? And then in the long run, look at what happens. One last thing, Nigerian radio personality Toke Makinwa also has something to say. She said, this is wrong on all levels, and you should be ashamed of yourself for bringing this here. Bring it on. If you think she's alone, let me tell you here that you'll have to fight all of us. Then she posts on her story and says, nobody is asking to stay in a situation that's not serving them any purpose anymore. By all means, leave if you must, but why bring this online this very moment? We know what is going on behind closed doors. The world doesn't know anything. It's already been hectic with opinions flying around, and when I say we will fight for her, I'm not talking about the general public. A handful of people know the truth, and time will tell. Timing is everything. Empathy is everything. You constantly preach love. You cannot add to the narrative that's out there when you know what is really happening behind closed doors. Now, that is very, very true. I don't know what's happening behind closed doors, but it does seem like there's more to the story. So I don't know what is, like, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back, but I do feel for Annie. I really do. I'm glad that she has people behind her that's willing to stand with her and support her. Two-Face, love your music, but I'm not gonna lie, too, Baba. Olo, mbano, this one no be good at all. Now, our last story talks about Detroit rapper Dank Demoss suing Lyft for basically fatphobia discrimination. She tried to enter a Lyft and she was basically denied because she is very obese. I think there's a difference between just being a plus size person or a fat person, overweight per se. This woman is morbidly obese. Like, she is literally up there. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just saying that her size is not just someone who's a big girl. One time I did get on the plane and I sat next to somebody who was like very obese. Before I could even like sit down, she looked at me and she was just like, I know, I'm so sorry in advance. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I wasn't going to say anything about your size. I wasn't going to say anything to you at all, but I think she already understood the level of discomfort, or maybe just her taking up more room than the average person and what that could have cost on me, that she was already apologetic before I even sat down. So with Dank Demoss, I feel like she definitely knows that in certain spaces, her size being as big as it is going to prevent her from being able to fit or be comfortable, or honestly, it may make other people uncomfortable. And I don't think it's fat phobic to say these things whatsoever. I think people have eyes and observations, and they can see that her way of life or her quality of life is definitely diminished just because of her size. I truly do struggle with the whole idea of fat phobia, because I don't think people hate fat people. I think people see unhealthiness and they call it out for what it is. is. And a lot of times people like to coddle in this sensitive generation and make excuses for things that are obviously unhealthy or obviously unappealing for different reasons. So let's get into the story because it was all over the news, all over the Detroit news. And it says, Detroit rapper sues, alleges Lyft driver denied her a ride based on her weight. So it says, a Detroit-based rapper has filed a civil lawsuit against rideshare company Lyft, saying a driver refused her service because of her weight. In a complaint filed Monday in Wayne County Circuit Court, Deja Blanding, who is known professionally as Dank Demoss, said that on January 18th, she had paid Lyft for a ride from her home in Detroit to a football watch party at her cousin's house. January 18th was the date of the Detroit Lions playoff loss to the Washington Commanders. And by the way, go Eagles. When the Lyft driver, who is not identified by name on the complaint, arrived at her home 10 to 15 minutes later in a Mercedes-Benz sedan, he refused to let in Blanding, instead locking the doors and driving away, the complaint states. Blanding alleges she asked the driver what he was doing, and he told her she was too big to get into his car because the tires were not capable of supporting her weight. Blanding said she told the driver that she could fit comfortably in the sedan, and the driver allegedly told her he had this problem in the past and that overweight customers must order Lyft XL. According to the company's website, XL rides can fit up to 6 passengers and rates are a bit higher than standard rides and vary by region. Blanding shared a video of the run-in on her Instagram page on January 19th. It has been shared more than 8,000 times since then. The driver canceled Blanding's ride and drove away, the complaint alleges. The rapper said she was unable to attend her cousin's party due to the driver's actions and suffered an array of damages including stress, humiliation, embarrassment, outrage, mental anguish, fear, and mortification, emotional damages, plus the resulting attorney fees and other damages to be discovered through the course of litigation. Lyft said it does not comment on specific incidents involving impending litigation. The company noted that all of its drivers are independent contractors. Lyft unequivocally condemns all forms of discrimination. We believe in a community where everyone is treated with equal respect and mutual kindness. Our community guidelines and terms of service explicitly prohibit harassment or discrimination, a Lyft spokesperson said in an email. Blanding says the driver's actions amount to weight harassment and violate her rights under the Michigan Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act. She's seeking an unspecified sum. Under the law, refusing someone transportation due to their weight is no different than refusing someone transportation based on their race or religion, said Blanding's attorney John Marco of the Detroit-based Marco Law Firm. Discrimination of any kind should never be tolerated in our society. Court officials said a hearing in the case is scheduled for 8 a.m. on April 20th. In another video shared on her Instagram page on Monday, Blanding said she weighs 500 pounds. She also said sometimes she doesn't realize the limitations that her size presents. My mind does not know I'm this big, so I be feeling like I can do everything, she said. As Dank Demoss, Blanding has more than 173,000 followers on Instagram. She also has 1,200 monthly listeners on Spotify, where her latest single, I Miss You, was released on January 4th. Now that was very thorough, and it said everything that we needed to hear just from top to bottom about what happened, how she feels, what she's doing legally, what her lawyers have to say, what Lyft had to say, and everything in between. But let's go ahead and play the video of the Lyft driver denying her a ride.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What? For what? What you saying?
Yeah, I got no space in my car is small.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. So, I'm sorry.
What I'm gonna do about my money?
I'm gonna cancel you. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in the Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What make you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back. Believe
My
me.
best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car, so I gotta order another Lyft?
Yeah. And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
What I got to do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back. Believe me.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I've tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
Then I'm really sorry.
What's your name?
Abraham Carter.
Okay. Nope.
So I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna be very real, and I know this is not PC and it's not what people want to hear, but I think people need to stop making excuses and coddling obesity and things of that nature. All we're doing is we're allowing unhealthy and unpleasant and unappealing things to continue on in society just so that we can say that we're not hurting your feelings. And quite frankly, shame needs to be brought back, and people's feelings do need to be hurt about things that are very blatant and obvious. Now, fun fact, I was looking at her and I was just like, where have I seen her before? And I realized that we went to the same college. She definitely used to go to my school, and honestly, she was that size back then in 2015 that she is now. She definitely went to my school. She was cousins with a boy that was, I think, dating one of my roommates. I went to school in Toledo. That's like 45 minutes from Detroit. She's from Detroit. I'm like, yes, you are the same girl that I used to see sitting on the bus stop waiting for the bus to go to class. I remember her, like literally vividly. I remember her. She was a very cool girl, very sweet girl, very nice girl. And I got a chance to listen to her music. I do think she's very talented. However, we have to call a spade a spade. I do think she is clout chasing this a little bit because, like the article said, Lyft drivers are independent contractors, meaning they use their own cars, their own gas, everything to provide services for clients. They're using the Lyft app as, you know, maybe a middleman. However, you're paying the Lyft app that then pays the driver, and the driver can do whatever he or she wants in their vehicle. They can say, wear your seatbelt. They can say no food. They can say whatever they want. And if the driver had issues with his tires, or he just didn't want that extra weight in his car because she is 500 pounds. I mean, she's literally the weight of maybe 3 average size adults. No, if not more, for real. That is something that I feel like the driver should have his own discretion to deny a ride. I think Lyft as a company is just doing like a PR thing where they're saying, you know, we don't agree with this and we're looking into this. Of course, that's what the company is going to say because this is viral. However, I don't think she's going to win in her court case. Lyft may just be nice and settle with her. Yes, you know, there's a law in Michigan that says that someone can't discriminate you based off of your weight in public transportation. However, this is not public transportation. This is not the Detroit city bus. This is not a city or state transportation. This is a private independent contractor, and he has the right to say, I don't want you in my car messing up my suspension, messing up my hydraulics, messing up my rotors, messing up my tire axle because you are literally almost as much as the car. I'm not even trying to be funny. She said she's 500 pounds. Someone said something really funny on Twitter. They said, just bring the car in the courtroom. If she can't fit, you must acquit, which is a ploy on the whole like OJ Simpson glove thing. If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit, which is hilarious. Then they were showing pictures of her in like bigger cars where people were saying like, why didn't you just get an Uber XL, which usually does have the space for bigger people or more people. And not even trying to be funny, I really am not, but technically she's about 2 to 3 people in one person if we're just going off of weight, right, of the average adult. So she needs more space than what a regular size Uber or Lyft can, you know, uphold. We're just being real.
My body right now is like my mind don't know that I'm this big. My mind does not know that I'm this big. So I be feeling like I could do everything. So when I walk in the gym, I feel like I'm fit. Or like if I'm trying to do certain shit, I feel like I could do it. And then I be like, damn, I can't do this shit. But in my head, I'm like, damn, I could do that. So I'm gonna walk over there. Shit, I be going in the gym in front of all those people, 500 pounds in shorts, no shirt. Well, I have on a sports bra, but you know.
She's also going viral for this clip right here, and it says Detroit rapper Dank Demoss, who previously sued Lyft after a driver refused her for a ride for being too big, fell backward while performing. Whoa. Down goes Frazier is all I could say. I think at the end of the day, if you can be out of breath just from talking, you do have a weight or health concern, and I think that should be more of a concern versus trying to get money off of exploiting people's, I guess, maybe distaste or disapproval for what you look like and your size. I do think body inclusivity and body positivity, that whole movement is great, but it also is a double-edged sword because on the other side of it, you have people who think they can be any size, any shape, any weight, even if it is unhealthy and considered morbidly obese by any professional doctor or just any person in general, and thinking that we have to accept that and coddle that just so that people don't hurt your feelings. All I can say to this girl is you could try to get your money. I'll be interested to see if she does, but I don't think the Lyft driver was wrong for denying her. Sorry, not sorry. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. If y'all haven't already, check out our sponsor RevAir. You can use my link, which is pinned in the description box and in the comment section, to check out their products. I feel like this is the best beauty product I've ever had. I mean, a blow dryer that stretches your hair and doesn't have to fry your hair or comb your hair or give you tension. It was definitely worth the investment for me. I tried it on myself, my mom, my sister. If you guys want to save up and get it, please use my my link, because for those of y'all that are tender-headed, I'm not one of them people, but I still don't like to keep my head in pain. Definitely check out RevAir and all of their products. And last but not least, as always, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, call me Bella. Say I look Stella. Tu me fais bêta. Ils sont jealous. Des mondes père from my left hand. J'ai regardé, je ne vois pas no other man. Number one, Papa, you know you're my only one. 2 times 2, buy me everything under the sun. Toi, c'est moi, bisous on my body, love that. Yeah, we had tough times, can we rise above that? Your smile's my weakness, your body give me releases. It do my day be increasing. It day you bless me like sneezes. I could write a whole